what's up? I'm Sad.
Michelle.
That's Michelle, as she said. Welcome to Vino 411. As you can see, we're both wearing these aprons.
Wait,
I was forced. She forced me to wear this apron, ladies and gentlemen. She forced me. Come on now, this ain't my style.
Wait, boo-boo, I brought your pants. Don't you
Lord,
worry.
look at this. What are we up to?
It's holiday time.
Oh, man, it is.
For me personally, it's Christmas time. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Celebrator. If not, Happy Holidays. You've got a ton of holiday parties coming up, right? I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I've been invited like 15.
You need a quick thing to get to the party. You want to bring something.
Everyone's got a Target around them. So we went shopping at Target for wines under $6.
I'm chasing after you, girl. Come on. Come on.
A value wine cab is oftentimes, in my experience, what is like the, I really don't want to drink this.
You're forcing my hand. Like, I need to have wine in my hand, so I'm just gonna pour this, but I'm not gonna drink it wine.
Right, so
that's what that is.
We're gonna do value wine cab.
We're not being bougie on that. It's just gross, okay? Let's just be honest.
So let's get a Naked Grape. Let's get a Beringer. And Naked Grape and Beringer. So we have 4 to choose from. So what 3 do we want?
We'll go Yellowtail.
Yellowtail? Okay.
They have cute commercials.
Oh, they all have red too. Look at the red. Okay. Naked Grape, Beringer, and Yellowtail. Here we go. Here's a tidbit of information about budget wines. Throughout our episodes, you're gonna hear me reference these as science wines versus art wines. There's nothing negative about it, but it's to give you a little bit of reference, okay? I call these science wines. They're bulk produced, they're mass produced, they're meant to taste the same every time they make the wine, bottle the wine, put the wine on the shelf. Now, the Naked Grape and the Beringer don't have vintage on them. Vintage is a fancy name for year on a wine bottle. Really simple. The Yellowtail has a year on it, has a vintage on it, and it's 2016. But in my research on all 3 of these wines, they're all mass produced. They're all budget, just science wines because you want to go to the shelf, you want to pull a wine that you know tastes that way, and there's no questions about it, okay?
And you know what's going on with it. There's no surprises.
No surprises. And on each of these bottles, they describe them. Let's go Naked Grape. Naked Grape literally says, aromas of dark fruit and blackberry. A robust character that's naturally rich in style. That's the same thing it says on the website. Every time you get a bottle of Naked Grape Cab, that's the same thing it's gonna say on the website. Okay? Beringer, Maine, and Vine. This is what it looks on the website. This is how it's described on the back. This is actually helpful if you're very new to wine, you have no idea what a cab is on the dry to sweet scale. It's got one here. Taste, dry, semi-dry, semi-sweet, sweet. It's on the dry side. I mean, that's a cab fact. So if you don't know that, there you go.
Cab fact.
Cab fact! This one says jammy black fruit flavors with a hint of sweet vanilla. Exactly what it says on the website. Now, if you're doing an art wine, they're not gonna describe every single production of the wine with those terms, but these do. So it's a science wine.
Because they know exactly what's going in the wine. They know exactly how the wine's produced.
And that's the point.
And that's awesome.
Okay, so
people.
this, go ahead.
I said that's awesome for people that just know what they like.
Right, because you can just grab that wine and have no questions about it. This Yellowtail is a little deceiving because it has a year on it. So technically, by rules and regulations, if you want to go there, I don't really. Technically, they need to use the grapes from 2016, okay? This is still a science wine in my reference as a science wine. This is mass produced, ready to go. You know what it's gonna taste like on the shelf. Yeah. It's also got the dry to sweet factor. And this has a little kangaroo, hoppin', hoppin', hoppin'. This one's dry, just like a cap should be. And it also says flavors, black currants, mocha, and spice. Enjoy with a steak, family, and friends. That's what it says on the website. It's all the same information. Cool. All right, so we went to Target, like you saw. That was fun. And we tried to get $5 under. We got $6 under because it was San Francisco, 10 to 10, and it's San Francisco. I mean, this is what we got. So we got budget wines.
Budget wines, baby.
Budget wines. These are what we refer to as science wines.
wines.
Science wines.
You said it at the same time.
I feel like I need a beaker. Okay, science wines versus art wines. And the reason I say that is so you can understand what we're talking about. A science wine to us is simply a mass-produced wine. I'm sorry, did you just twirl your hair?
No, I just scratched my head.
Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh.
A science wine to us is simply a mass-produced wine that is meant to, you know what it tastes like, you grab it off the shelf. It is the same thing over and over and over. No surprises. Exactly. All right, so what do you want to start with?
Let's start with the Yellowtail.
Yellowtail. All right, here you go.
Yellowtail, baby.
Are we gonna taste it first?
Let's taste it.
Okay, so he's gonna pour it for us. So we have his and hers glasses, he's gonna pour it. This bottle literally says the same thing that the website says. So, to me that tells me that because it is mass produced, they're going to describe to you how it's gonna taste always. Even though this one has a year on it, it's a 2016, it's got a year on it, but that's a little deceiving because it is so sciencey. All right, cheers. His and hers.
His and hers.
Okay.
It's not bad.
It's a little tanny.
A little tanny.
The bottle says, where is it? Black currants, mocha, and spice. On my palate, I definitely taste the mocha. It's got a little bit of...
I taste the spice.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little spicy at the end.
For what it is, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the next one.
Okay, cool. Let's pour that out.
Beringer?
Beringer, yes. I'm actually excited to taste this.
We have little wine charms. Do you see it? All right, some Beringer. This is Maine and Vine. This is like, these are all bottom shelf. So you're gonna go into Target and be like, I need something cheap, I need something good. That's the point. You want the hers? Here you go.
I want the his.
Dang
Don't do that
it.
to me. Trying to emasculate me on camera.
It's the skirt.
It is a skirt, whatever.
This one says jammy black fruit flavors with a hint of sweet vanilla. I get the black fruits.
I smell the vanilla.
A little less tannic than the Yellowtail.
Yeah, and not as spicy as the yellow. Kind of doesn't have
No.
that spice that the Yellowtail has.
And not a lingering aftertaste of coffee to me.
It has a smooth taste to me at the
Smooth
end.
finish, yeah. For what it is. Absolutely. Dump this one out.
Ah,
Okay.
okay,
His and hers. Make it great. Hit it.
let's do this. Make it great. I love the.
I really
very
do.
Simple.
It's simple. It's a great design. And honestly, if I were to jump to one or the other, I would grab the Naked Grape because it's just pretty.
You know what the thing is too is like presentation for me with the wine bottle is something I'm always looking at.
Yeah.
So, you know, I always am gravitated towards something that looks cool. I mean, sometimes it don't taste great, so you just got to be careful by getting that risk of getting a cool bottle. Quality is what you want, not what looks pretty. This is the sweetest of the three, for sure.
Notes are aromas of dark fruit and blackberry. A robust character that's naturally rich in style.
Super smooth. I don't have any.
I'm gonna dump this out. I want to revisit Beringer.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna be real honest. In my family, I grew up drinking what we consider fine red wines. If you know anything about wine or anything about Napa wines, my first taste of wine at 7 years old was a 1996 Silver Oak Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh, you got fancy real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick. So, I'm being objective about this, and I'm gonna give you my real honest answer, and I'm slightly afraid to do that, but we're gonna do it. Here's your glass. Beringer again.
Beringer.
When you go into a winery, if you want to retaste something because you're considering buying a bottle, ask. Never. It's not a bad thing. You have opinion to render?
Honestly, I like the Beringer.
I'm gonna say the Yellowtail, they're cabs, they're budget cabs, they are what they are. Objectively, the Yellowtail to me is a little more tanniny.
Yeah.
The Naked Grape to me is a little on the sweeter side.
And what does tanniny mean for the people that don't know?
Oh, yes. Okay. So tannins are literally compounds of the wine. I'm not going to get too sciencey, but compounds of the wine that will bind to the proteins of your saliva and they'll dry out your mouth. So if you drink a really tanny red and then you spit, I know it sounds gross, but if you spit, you'll see lines of red in your spit because the tannins have literally connected themselves to the protein of your spit. That's why, of your saliva. That's why they suggest a lot of times to eat a protein with a dry tanniny red, so it will bind to that instead of your palate and your saliva, so it won't dry your mouth so much. Anyways, okay, Yellowtail to me is a little more tanniny.
Yeah, it is.
Not a smooth tanniny.
And I don't like the spiciness at the end. I really don't.
Not my favorite.
Not my favorite.
The Naked Grape to me was a little on the sweeter, thinner side.
Fruit juicy kind of to me.
Yes. Okay. And the Beringer is a fine combination of the two.
Yeah.
And the wine's snobbing me because there is one.
Oh, she's a snob. Of wine, not.
I mean, I could be.
But she's a
snobbing.
snob. Yeah, she can be.
This is my winner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Beringer. I'm with her on that. I will say, if I want something sweet, I'll go. I mean, I like this one too, but this one's the best one. It has a combination of the two, like she said.
Yeah, if you're gonna bring something to a party or something, this isn't the most expensive bottle that you could bring.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fine middle ground.
But the thing is the point is that you're in a hurry. You need something to bring to the party, and you're like, what's the cheapest wine I can get that's gonna taste great?
And don't be afraid to do that.
Yeah.
Bring something.
And you know what?
Feel good about it.
If you like the sweeter one, go with this. But if you take our recommendation, you want something that's gonna have a good taste to it, and I think other people are going to enjoy. Yeah. I feel. Go with this one.
Beringer, Main and Vine, Cabernet Sauvignon. Cheers to $6 and under budget Cabernet Sauvignon.
Ding!